Hello, welcome to my channel. Renso here. Hello, Laura. Okay, let's paint. The colors I'm going to use are titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium orange hue, cadmium red hue, and ivory black. Okay, if I need any other color, I'm just gonna add it. Okay, maybe blue or maybe permanent adhesive cream. So I'm going to use synthetic brushes, and I'm going to start just by mixing black, red, a touch of yellow. I'm going to use a little bit of medium. For a medium, I use linseed oil and turpentine, half and half. Okay, I'm going to sketch with this color. The top, let's see, the hairline is going to be here, the bottom of the chin around here, the center line, the line for the eyes around here. When I have the line for the eyes, I trace a line up for the brows, and from the brows to the bottom of the chin. I'm going to find the nose, the base of the nose in the middle. Okay. Okay, when we paint a child, usually you gotta always pay attention to this area that is really small and short with the mouth. Okay, when we paint an adult, usually the distance from the eye to the nose is a little bit larger, and in order to if let's say if I make the nose a little bit longer, a little bit larger, and make it this larger, it's gonna look older. Okay, now it's gonna be always difficult to get the edge right, but that's what I'm trying to pay attention. Okay, trying always to kind of compress the distance from the eyes to the nose to the mouth. Okay, you know, if I have this really close and I make this even rounded, it's gonna look like a baby. Okay, and I make the eyes bigger. Okay, now let's continue blocking in. Let's see. Okay, I think this is okay for the to block the face and have the basic proportions. Of course, when I paint, I have to continue measuring and measuring. This is just a simple sketch. One eye is here, the other eye is here. The important is just to keep them aligned. Okay, as soon as one eye goes up or down, I mean that means that something is going to be off on the eyes, and keep the center line perpendicular to this one. If this line it moves like this have to be perpendicular. If this one is like this, the other one is like this, perpendicular. Okay, this change just when let's say the face is just tilted, and at the same time is kind of looking backward or upwards. Yeah. Hello Michael, how are you? Hello Divine, hello Thomas, hello Dita, hello Kepler, Manuel, Christine. Okay, let's continue. I have the sketch. Now since I draw and I paint at the same time, I don't stay too much here, just about the basic proportions, and I'm gonna go directly to mix some colors. Basically, I always start with two values, one color for the lights, the other color for the shadows. Okay, I don't use too much paint because definitely I'm going to be correcting these colors and values and add more colors on top of this. Okay, and I'm going to start with something simple like just orange and gray. Gray is just white and black. If you don't like to use black, you can use blue, ultramarine blue or cobalt blue. The idea is just to gray down this color. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, if you want to just use more colors, that's okay, go ahead. I just always prefer to keep things simple. Why? Because there are so many things to work on a face, proportions, likeness, volume, all of that. And if I start thinking about more colors, it's just I'm gonna get everything a little bit complicated for me, and I don't want that. Obviously, if I'm working with a different process, a different beginning, that would be okay. To use maybe a palette with a lot of colors. I think that's okay. The shape of this lid area, the color is okay. No, that's why I add this really thin because I need some space to correct this. I can make it darker, I can make it lighter, I can make it grayer. Okay. Now let me check out. Okay, I think I'm going to gray down this color a little bit more. I think the value is right. Why? I mean, this is about experience. I know that so many times I add a lighter color and I have an idea what I'm going to get here. I'm going to gray down this again. Okay, it means that it's just about adding more black and white. Okay, it doesn't matter if you let's say your face turned out to be too orangey or too grayish. I prefer to have a grayish skin color and add more saturated color on top of that end up with my face turned out too orangey. That means that I need to knock down the color, and at the end everything is possible, but definitely it's gonna be easier just to let's say saturate any color instead of knock down the skin color. But that's up to you, okay? And it depends what you want. Sometimes we want really saturated orangey skin color or a high contrast between warm and cool colors. If that's the case, it's different. I mean, every portrait, every skin color is slightly different, but the beginning we could use the same beginning for every painting. Now let's mix a darker color, which is going to be the same. I mean the same. Let's say formula is orange black and white. Okay, with this, I mean, definitely, if you ask me what colors are you mixing, that means that you're not paying attention to this, because this is really simple. Orange, just black and white. Okay, remember, it's just simple as that. Orange and black and white. We don't need to get complicate things at the beginning. Once you mix this color, forget about this, okay? Once you get used to get the right color, forget about this color and pay attention to paint or copy the shape of the shadow. Because right now that I'm adding this color, I'm not thinking about this color anymore. I'm just thinking about copying the shape, because at the end, you know that if the color is perfect, but something is off on the face, nobody's gonna care that my color is perfect. Yeah, that means that we gotta pay attention to everything, but mostly to keep the proportions right. If the likeness is not there, I mean, that's okay. We all know that getting the likeness is difficult. For something off, okay, that's not okay. And in order to avoid to get something off, we just have to always pay attention to this line and this line, okay, and this and the measurements. If you keep the measurements, everything is gonna be okay. I promise. As soon as you forget this, maybe you're gonna end up with this, a big, let's say, jaw, okay, or this distance is gonna be too large. That means that the nose is gonna be longer. And you fix that just mixing. Just measuring. Just measuring and keeping this always thinking about the drawing aspect of the painting. When we say the drawing aspect of a painting, we always think about this, that's the basic structure, okay? All the angles that you're gonna see in any drawing method in internet. In internet or books, any drawing method out there. I would love to paint her hand, but I don't think I would have the time. I want to sketch. Yes. If any case, let me see. I'm planning to paint for maybe 3 hours, but painting a hand, it just takes more time. Hello, idiopathic. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Hello, Nakahul. Hello, Wolf. Thank you. Hello, okay, thank you. Hello, Marion. Okay, let's mix a darker color. Is that orange and red? And medium. stepping back and squinting my eyes. Okay, stepping back again. Okay, now I think proportion is okay. I think the width, the height of the face is okay. Now let's add some lights. Just adding white. A touch of orange. Now it's up to you. Change this color and just adding white to this mixture. That means that this is just orange, gray, and white. You can add more orange, you can add yellow, you can add red. Okay, it's up to you how you want to change this color. Maybe you want to make the highlights a little bit warmer, add a little bit of yellow. You want to keep just with this. Every time that we add white, we are cooling down any color. Okay, it's still a warmer color, but we make it cooler and cooler. I mean, imagine this and see what happens if you add yellow. Okay, this is a, let's say this is warmer than this one. Okay, you can make it even warmer and warmer and warmer, and keeping this, make it cooler and cooler just by adding white. If you add blue, let's say to this one, you can make it even cooler. Okay, now every time that we speak about temperature, obviously the simple way to explain that is think orange, yellow as a warmer color, and bluish or purple like cool color. But that works too by comparison. Like here, I mean this color now that I have here, if I put a bluish color here, this is going to be warm, this is cool. Okay, if I put this here, this is warm, and let's say this is less warm, and maybe somebody's going to say, okay, this is cool and this is warm. Yeah, this thing about temperature is mostly about comparing and about the idea of creating contrast. You know that we see things because there is contrast between light, between colors, between light and shadows. That means value contrast. Okay, I have some lights. Okay. I gotta say that I'm kind of a little bit close to the color. It's not right. Definitely I'm gonna adjust this little by little. Okay. Now I squint down my eyes and I see something kind of close, but to be honest, it's not. Yeah, you see what's here? I mean, it's not. It's just like a dark block. But we gotta be able to squint down our eyes and imagine the eyes, the nose and the mouth, compare and see that the position is kind of close. Okay. Mm, okay. Okay, now the comments. Hello, Prashant. Hello, Divan. Hello, Jose. Are you painting on canvas or online canvas? Hello, Klaus. Hello, Nix. If I was to oil paint on a wooden panel, what product would be the best to size it with? On a wooden panel, size it with. Do you mean uh, like prepare? I mean the wooden panel. I mean gesso works for everything, for canvas, for a wooden panel. Yeah, that could be my answer. Just gesso, and you can paint with oil paint or acrylics. I have seen some paintings, some oil paintings of wooden panel. Okay. Hello, Snuggles. Hello, Dulal Chandra. Thank you. It's better to put the paint or scrape the paint off. Okay, for the lights, I think, and I mean, the case of oil paint is always about adding the lights, adding paint, no scraping off. Yeah, I mean, maybe it depends on the material, but oil paint is always like that. Like acrylics, oil paint is kind of close. Watercolor is different. I mean, the white is just the white of the paper. If you see something light, it means that the color is transparent. And what we see is this the white of the paper just showing through any color. That's different, yes. And okay, I have to step back and try to draw here. Hello, Elini. Hello, Rana. Okay, okay. I'm comparing, squinting down my eyes. I'm checking out, like I said, okay, I gotta check out this and this always. All the measurements. Okay, I'm going to draw the eyes. It's just like a sketch, okay? Right now I'm thinking I'm using a pencil and just sketching. Okay, and imagine that you use sketching on a piece of paper, and of course we have an advantage that we are already sketching on something that I mean, at least we have a better idea because we have some values here, and that helps with drawing. I remember right now this question about scraping off. I remember I saw a painter doing that with a palette knife, kind of doing that on the nose to make the highlight. And I couldn't do that, but it doesn't mean that's not okay. Okay, in painting, everything works. Okay, everything is okay. It's not something like, okay, don't do this, do that. No, no. I mean, everything works. It doesn't exist that thing that, hey, don't do it this way. Do it the way I do this. No. I mean, at least that's what I think. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Which medium I use? Lindsay Doyle and Turpentine, half and half. Oh, thank you, Dita, for answering. Hello, Barbara. Hello, sketch artist. What is that orange color? This is cadmium orange hue. Okay, I'm gonna use a brush to blend everything. Just give me a second because I forgot that I didn't clean out this brush. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, I couldn't find something to clean out this brush. Okay, I'm gonna use another one. This is one brush that I use. I love this a lot, but it's kind of stiff because I didn't clean out this. I try to keep my brushes clean, but I just forget about that. I have like maybe a bad habit of having a lot of brushes here. I have like 50 brushes, maybe even more. A small table. Did you hear some sound? That's my neighbor's radio with the news. I blend and I clean the brush. Okay, let me see. I need to step back, squint down my eyes. Okay. Okay, okay. Right now I just have, let's say, one color. Okay, it looks like a drawing. I mean, there is no color, just one color, and three values: light, mid-tone, and shadow. Okay. Now I'm going to add the reddish areas on the face. If you have seen my videos, you know that this is the best way I have found just to explain this process. Okay, it's going to be always here, here, nose. Now to get away with this color is about just keep going back and forth about adding this color. Maybe we add a little bit of this reddish color, and after we blend, we kind of lost this color. We don't see any of these reddish colors anymore. We have to add them again. And again, it's up to you if you want to make this really like pinky, orangey, or I don't know, maybe don't paint this color at all. It's up to you. And adding a little bit of orange. You can exaggerate this color too. You know that when we paint, we're free to saturate all the skin colors on the face. We're free to knock down all the colors. Okay, and of course, if you wanna just copy exactly the image, that's perfect. Everything is okay. Like I said, I mean, sometimes I just love to copy as much as possible what I see. Okay, and sometimes I just love to add a little bit more color, make some change. I don't know. It depends. Okay. Okay, now you see it's just one color and a variation. At some point, I'm going to start thinking about different colors. For example, this color has to be different to this one. Why? Because this is not at the same level. Let's say this is receding a little away from us. That means that this, you gotta choose what to do with this color. You gray down with just gray, black and white. You make it darker, but you gotta do something. Okay, that's when we start thinking about perspective. Perspective, it means that if you add, let's say, one light here, you're not going to add the same light here. Okay, perspective means if you're working with a warm color here, you're not going to work with a warm color here. Maybe you're going to gray down that color. It's going to be a light, it's going to be a highlight, but there's going to be a difference in temperature. Why? Because this difference is going to make this area to recede. But we are control something about this, okay? Because when we add a cool color on top of warmer colors, maybe this cool color is going to just blow because of contrast between temperature. And that's something that we have to control. And the most beautiful paintings that I have seen have full control of this thing. Full control in even smaller areas. Okay, like for example, I mean, a lot of them. I mean, like for example, I mean, all people love Sargent. In Sargent, you can see how he makes some area recede and some area just pop a little bit forward just by changing color, not value, and that's something that it takes a lot of time to we know that. I mean, somebody can explain you that in 2 minutes and you say, oh wow, That's right. Now, what you have learned in 2 minutes maybe could take you some months just to master. I was watching a video a couple of days ago about Sargent and how he makes, let's say, this in this area just by changing, making this warmer and this, let's say, cooler. He makes this to pop forward without, if you put that image in black and white, both have the same value. That means that he's not using light and shadow, he's using just changing saturation, okay, and at the same time contrast, a really soft contrast in temperature. Okay. Oh. Now I'm stepping back, I see my painting is too pinky. Okay, anyway, let's blend. Now, an amazing thing that happens when I start to add this reddish color is that the first colors that we add, by contrast, it started to looking it could even look kind of greenish. If I add more red, here, even more red, this one, that here looks like an orangey, warmer skin color, here start to look greenish. Okay, and that's because of colors don't live alone. You don't see a color alone. Every time that you see a color, you gotta analyze what colors are around that color. Because one thing is a color here, and one thing is a color here. The palette is gonna help us just to understand, but it's not everything. Yes? And then that kind of misconfused, because I remember when I was a student, all the time I was trying to, let's say, to match this color, and I thought, okay, this color is kind of green, it has a little green. I mean, I'm not saying that this is green, but let's say that that's what I thought, and I added a greenish color there, and it looked green. It was like, what? I mean, that's not what I want. I mean, this is just too green. Yeah, I mean, I didn't understand that it wasn't about getting this small portion of the color. It's just about harmony, how this color is affected by other colors. That's why when we see a master painting, we see some blues, reds, orange, amazing colors on the face. It doesn't look like that. It looks, they work perfectly in a harmony. And then when we paint those blues, greens, they look like greens, blue, blues, orange on top of the face. That's another example that usually we don't have to follow exactly what we see. It takes a little bit more. It takes experience to understand that, and it takes more than trying to match just what I see in a small area. It's better always to work the face as a whole, okay, and experiment about the skin color. You know that this kind of skin color is kind of, let's say, easy. It's just orange and gray. That means that, well, let's say with this, I mean, there's not a formula, but let's say with this formula, you're gonna be able to get the skin color really fast. Okay. You know, I love this pinky nose. I'm gonna add more paint, and And maybe I'm gonna knock down that pinky nose. Let's see. Let's see what works. Because it doesn't matter how much experience you have. Every portrait, every painting is always a challenge. It's always like I don't know. I mean, I think nobody's gonna say that we can paint a portrait just with our eyes closed, like something really mechanical or something like that. Okay, stepping back, squinting down my eyes again, and double checking. Always check this, okay? Remember, always checking that. Hello, Elincia, thank you. Divan, it's canvas. Hello, Joyce. So, do you blend with a dry brush or do you going with the same brush? No, it's a different brush. Uh, it's better if you use a brush. Yes. You see the hair how? I mean, when this brush is new, a brand new brush, I have one here. This is the same brush. I mean, same brand, same number, 0, 0. You see the differences? This one, I use this one for blend. And this one, when it's new, for details. Okay, let's continue painting. Okay, if you like my videos, I mean, remember you can support my channel just by buying or using the links to Amazon, the description box. Okay, or you can join my Patreon account where you can paint along with me. It's kind of the same like this. The difference is, of course, that you paint, you show me what you're painting, and I critique you. And usually we paint, and the critiquing process is just like 3-4 times in a session. Okay. Now let's add more paint. Mixing just orange and white. A touch of black, a touch, almost nothing, okay? Just to gray down this. Let me see. That's too bright. That means I need to knock down this color more. More black, more orange. Okay, it's too bright. I need to mix again. More paint. Okay, that's better. Where's my palette knife? Okay, here it is. I'm just adding more paint to the lights, okay? A little bit of red. Step back. I think the value is right. Yep. More light here. Yeah. A little bit of orange. Okay. 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 Cup of coffee. Somebody's selling cup of coffee. Oh, you can just, if you want to support my channel too, you can buy my coffee. If you want to. I'm gonna put a link here. Hello, Monique. Hello, beautiful colors. Okay, now let's blend again. Okay, let's go back and draw. That means I'm gonna start making more details. Let me see, I need to mix a darker color, adding black and red. Let's work on this eye again. Okay, I need to step back. We're just going to soft this a little bit. Okay, I need to step back. Okay, it looks like the nose is pointing to the left, and my nose is pointing just forward. And there is something that is not right with the mouth. It's like mouth and nose are just off. I know you can see that. Okay, I'm critiquing myself. Okay. Okay, what else? Yeah, just that. I think maybe that's. And usually remember this area. Oh, usually in a trick or review. This is not like a perfectly trick or review, but every time that the face is just turning a little bit, this area it has to be shorter than this one. And yeah, something that I should fix there too. Okay, need to step back, check out. Okay. Early start today. Yes, Monique. I just woke up early today. Hello, Umurunda. Okay. Hello, Maji. Okay. Now, I'm going to continue just with the eyes. And I know that I gotta fix the how the nose is just where the nose where the nose is pointing is pointing. Sorry, sorry for my English. Where is pointing the nose? Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna add more red here. And let's work on the nostrils. Okay, I have the tear duct here, a tear duct here, a nostril here. I'm checking out alignments, okay? Around here. And around here. Okay, that means that I have to move the highlight here a little bit to the left and this light a little bit to the left. Okay, I'm going to just soften and at the same time move the paint. Okay, I'm gonna move this shadow a little bit. Okay, this shadow is gonna help me to move this light to the left, which is gonna help me just to make the nose like point more to the left. Okay, it's not perfect. I gotta move this shadow through. Okay, okay, I think that's better. Yeah, I need to add more colors. I'm gonna mix just black and white. Sorry, I moved my camera. Okay. Now let's work again. Okay. Let me see. I think it's better. Okay, I need to make the mouth a little bit. Oh, okay. Stepping back, I have to change the gesture of the mouth a little bit up here. Shadow. Okay. Stepping back, just check out. I'm gonna read the comments. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna blend a little bit more. Okay, need to step back. Okay. Yeah, doing okay. Mm, if you have any question, just let me know. Sometimes I just uh, uh, I don't have anything more to say. I was just thinking. I just so focus on the painting. I'm mixing again orange and gray. Okay, I'm going back to the first color. I don't have too much paint in this area. That's why I'm mixing again black and orange. A touch of red here. I have to add more red, more gray. First I get the first color of the skin. I mean, you know that I started with just two colors. Then I added a reddish color. Now I adding this kind of if you have a limited palette and you mix cadmium red and ivory black with white, you're gonna get a cool color that's gonna work perfectly for the skin color. You see, it looks like kind of yellowish, purple. Yeah. It's gonna work perfectly, but I mean, it's up to you how much of this color you want. You know that I add more and more paint and control little by little this the colors and make them a little bit darker and lighter. Uh, okay. Something that I don't change from the beginning to the end is just what I did at the very beginning. It was establishing light and shadow. Okay, well, I established that, I respect that. I can go with more paint, obviously here, or the shadow or the light, but that's not gonna be any dramatic change of values. That means at the beginning you establish light and shadow, a mid-tone light and shadow, then you can just start working on the smaller areas, and of course working on more uh, and midtones on the smaller areas, and going to another areas to make some darks, to darken up some colors, and at the same time to light up some colors. Okay, let me see if the nose is okay. Okay, a color like this is kind of grayish with brown. Is gonna make this area to recede. Okay, create some depth here. And if you add, let's say here, some orange, what you're doing is making this area just to pop forward. And that's the idea when we paint the nose, to create this volume. Yeah. Okay, I gotta correct something here. Yeah, I think I should move this. Adding more color to the nose. Okay, let's blend again. Okay, need to step back and compare again. Mm, Sorry, I'm just comparing, okay? Trying to see some mistakes. Basically on the orientation of the face. I'm gonna read the comments like that, taking a rest from the painting. Thank you, thank you. Uh, William, Renso, can you explain a little more of blending between your palette and on your painting? Okay. Are you using any medium at this stage, Renso? No. No, I'm not using any medium. At the beginning, I usually, mostly I use medium when I paint the hair, just to go faster. Okay. I got a notification here. Oh, thank you, Dita. Yeah, Dita bought me a coffee. Thank you so much. Definitely, I'm gonna, as soon as I finish the live stream, I'm going just right to Starbucks to buy a coffee. Okay. Okay, about blending. Um, Blending is about the brush. Okay, you don't have the right brush, that's gonna be kind of difficult to blend. And it's about the pressure on the canvas. If you see, I don't pressure that much. I just go really lightly. Okay, and try to respect the limit between the light and the shadow. It's like, for example, I have here this color, and let's say I have here this color. Okay, blending half of the brush to the light, half of the brush to the shadow, and just go up and down. Okay, if you don't do anything more, you're gonna create a soft transition. If you want a softer, like extend that transition, you move into the light and then into the shadow, into the light, into the shadow, into the light, into the shadow, and keep doing that. Okay, now you can go faster. Of going faster, it doesn't mean pressuring more, it just means I'm moving my brush faster. But you see, my brush is not, I'm not doing this. Okay, if someday you see me doing this, that means that my canvas is really bad and it's just sucking all the oil from the paint, and that's the reason that I have to pressure more. But usually I go really light. Now, if you don't have the right brush, that's kind of difficult to get that blending. But I mean, any brush is gonna do the work. Any synthetic soft brush is gonna do the work. Just the right conditions. Don't throw away your old brushes. That's basically the brushes I use. And I have seen some brushes that especially for blending. Some found brushes works perfectly. Okay, I'm gonna check out again because I still think I have a mistake between the nose and the mouth. Now, and this is about checking and checking because, I mean, we correct every time we paint. We keep correcting, and sometimes we just make things worse. But the idea is about correct, okay? It's about correcting. I'm gonna move this shadow a little bit more, make it darker, a little bit darker. Okay, let's see if the orientation is okay. Yeah, that's better. Change the color for this shadow here. shadow here. Mm, okay, I'm gonna blend. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, about the skin color, uh, uh, it depends if you want to get just copy the skin color, you want to change it a little bit. Okay, I love this skin color. Uh, you get a kind of a different skin color when you change this color here. If you use this, let's say the sword palette. If you use yellow ochre, you're gonna get a slightly different skin color. If you use orange, cameo orange, different. Just it's something like it's really subtle, and it depends how you mix the colors. But I prefer, uh, like I said, it's not always about copying the the reference. Okay, I'm trying to get close to uh, the color of my reference, but it's not gonna be always about being so precise. You know that we have a lot of work just trying to be precise with the proportion and the likeness. Okay, that was too orangey. I'm mixing cadmium red, cadmium orange, and adding more color to the lips. Okay. Are you using? We should buy Renso beer, not coffee. Dita. That's good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Buy me a beer. Yeah. Do you paint in oils? Yeah, I'm painting with oils. Damian, Damien Casar is saying I was trying to paint with oils and it was like a child's painting, so I threw it at the wall with anger, and now I have oils all around my wall. How can I remove it? Paint on top of that. Yeah? Okay, okay, okay. Stepping back, checking out. Okay, let's see. Okay, I have to work more details and add some highlights to the eyes. I just need a really pointy brush, pure white. Okay, now I'm gonna add some color. Just black and white. I'm gonna paint the iris. Okay. Let's go back to the highlights. Mixing white, a touch of cadmium yellow. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's too bright, but anyway, I'm gonna just adjust it in a minute. I like it. If you like the video, please press the like button. Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. Have to zoom in to work on the eyes. Uh, Elton, hello Elton, do you use linseed oil with your paint? Uh, I, I mean, I gotta say that 90% of the time I don't use any medium. Okay, and when I use a medium, is just maybe the canvas is not okay, or just I wanna work faster. Okay, but usually I don't use medium. You're gonna see me using medium when I paint the hair, because I also wanna paint faster. Let's say I wanna cover one big area really fast, then I use a medium. Remember, always use more red every time that you want to paint this area here. Okay, you can add a lot of red there. Nobody's gonna notice. But if you add just brown, like a dark brown, okay, it's just gonna kill some transparency on the eye. Now don't paint the white of the eye white. Okay, paint it. The combination is a combination between gray and the skin color, and it's not like white, because remember it's in shadow. It's covered by the upper eyelid and the lower eyelid. Okay, I'm gonna be back to this eye in a minute. Just a couple of touches and I have to work on the other eye. let's move to the other eye. And maybe the next 20 minutes I'm gonna go a little bit darker on the eyes with maybe pure black, just in a small area. Okay, you paint a child, uh, any high contrast like pure black is not gonna help. Okay. Well, I mean, if you have to, because maybe the image has more contrast, that's okay. But I prefer to feel some transparency on the skin color. The only part on the eye maybe that I'm going to add pure black, that's gonna be the pupil. I'm mixing again orange and gray. Okay. I'm stepping back and just checking out. darken here a little bit. Okay, let's work here on the nose. Okay. Okay, the nose and the mouth, I think that's the area that's been kind of difficult in this portrait. Okay, that's better. Always remember, paint the nostrils with a lot of red or orange. But I mean, obviously, I'm not speaking about pure red. Speaking about that area, you can add a lot of red. It's gonna be better because it's gonna look transparent. Okay, I'm gonna read the comments. Okay. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Hello, Fanchon. Nikki saying this little girl looks like my granddaughter when she was about 6 or 8 years old. She's a young woman now and in the army. Well, I really want to buy this one. Okay, Renso. Oh, that's okay for me, Nikki. Just the price just went up. You know everything is going up. All the price. I'm just kidding. The price is the same. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a rest from the face. I'm gonna paint the hair. Okay, because I just need to distract myself because I still feel that I need to put more work, especially on the nose. Okay, the nose still is just something that I don't see right on the nose, and right now I think it's not about the position of the nose. It's about more about the shadows. You know, your nose could be right, the nose, the right position, but with the shadows, I can make it look like it's going more to the right or to the left. That's what I think is happening now. And at the same time, I see another little things, details, like for example, I need to see this like something like this. Okay, I see a kind of a diagonal line here, a light here, a little bit of light here. Okay. I need to work on that a little bit more. Okay, I said that I was thinking working on the hair, and I get just caught up here on the nose. A little bit more, a little bit more. Okay. Okay, I need to soften this and this, but I'm gonna leave it just there because I'm gonna use those marks to compare. Now I'm gonna think about the hair. Dania Tahir, hello. I'm from Peru, South America. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you so much, Nikki. Uh, mm, just scrolling up to read the comments. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Oh, let's paint the hair. Okay, just black, red, and yellow. Okay. Now I'm gonna add medium, linseed oil, and turpentine half and half. I mean, this depends on your linseed oil. You see, there are so many brands, and the linseed oil I used to buy is the brand is Acrylics. It's kind of I gotta say that's kind of thin. It's not like too thick. And I bought once linseed oil that was really thick. In that case, then maybe you have to use more turpentine than linseed oil. And sometimes I use just linseed oil alone. And since I just use it for bigger areas, like when I'm gonna paint the hair or the background, I used to paint just, let's say, kind of transparent backgrounds. I don't put too much on the background. Sometimes I about just color because I want to add more contrast to the portrait. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna make this edge really soft. You know, edges are really important. Use edges, okay, just to drive the attention to certain area of the painting, or maybe to create more depth. Okay, but use them. Okay, don't leave sharp edges. It's gonna take a while if you're, let's say that you paint hard edges, and you're starting to go softer with the edges. It's gonna take a while, but you're gonna see a difference on your paintings. Okay, I would love to paint the hand. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I could spend maybe even 40 minutes in the hand, and I need to work more on the face. Okay, I'm gonna use another brush, and I'm gonna add some lights to the hair. Okay, I think I can use this one. Now, linseed oil again. Medium, sorry. I used to say linseed oil, but I mean, sometimes I forget. Remember, every time you're gonna hear me say linseed oil, I'm speaking about linseed oil and turpentine, okay? Or mineral spirit. It's the same. I think there are so many different names. Too many options for me. I always try to pushing myself to try new materials, new things like new mediums. But every time that I go to buy, I mean, I love to go to buy materials. I bought always a lot of brushes and colors, but when it came to buy mediums, it's like, I don't know, things, I don't use them like a lot. And then I'm having a hard time trying to choose what to use. It's not like there are a lot of options, but anyway, I have a hard time trying to choose. Now she has like a reddish hair, and again, it's up to you if you wanna just use those colors. You wanna saturate those colors even more, or you want to kill down those colors. I mean, in my case, I think this orangey color is not gonna help. Maybe it's gonna be too distracting. Yes. Of course, if you want to copy exactly what you see, if that's the purpose of your exercise, go ahead and then try to mix. Spend more time mixing the colors and try to match exactly the color that you see. Okay. In my case, I gotta say, it's more than copy the picture. Is what I have here. And if, let's say, if I have to sacrifice, let's make an example that I'm not gonna do it, but let's make an example. I have to add more light here, let's say, more highlights. Okay, and I have to sacrifice this. I will do it. Okay, why? I mean, one little thing. For example, I add this highlight. As soon as I add something like this in color or contrast, that's something that our eyes are going to go there. Your eyes just go there. If I do something more here, you see? Okay, now you have two things to see, here or here, here or here. And if you do even a highlight here and here, what do you have? I mean, maybe that's what you see on the picture. You see a lot of highlights. And then at some point, the face is kind of, I don't know, that made the whole painting is kind of a chaos. And that's one reason that sometimes I prefer just to not copy exactly what I see and choose where to put more contrast, where to put more color. Okay. Okay, more contrast. You can pick up black, pure black, if you want. You can put it here, or here, or here. What's that? Accents. Okay. Do you realize about then when you see a painting, a master painting? That's kind of difficult to see that. I mean, I used to try to analyze a painting every time that I see a painting that's amazing, and so many times I can tell that that particular painter is using everything. Like he's making a difference even when you see that something there's some darkness and you analyze the rest of the darker areas. There is a difference. There is a difference. There's like a total control over the painting, even in those little things that looks like are not that important. It's like I say, well, okay, well, who cares? I mean, if this shadow is darker or this one is just like that, it's like it's not gonna. But you know that adds something. Even that little thing, that adds something. Okay. Now I have this dark here. Works okay or not? What do you think? It makes the face pop forward or not? Okay, you have to ask yourself those questions because since we're trying to create this illusion of depth, that's the things that we have to be thinking all the time because we need to we need that little thing that is about playing with soft sharp edges with cool warm colors. Okay, all are we looking for by doing that is trying to create illusion of depth, trying to create something that looks three-dimensional, that exists in a space, that we can feel some kind of air around, some atmosphere, some air around the face. Okay, how you kill that illusion? Paint this and make all the edges sharp, all the edges sharp, and you're gonna kill that illusion. That's how important are the edges. Okay, try that. You're gonna see that. Okay, try to put the same black, the same lights everywhere. You're doing the same. You're killing the illusion of depth, the illusion of the perspective, the illusion of three-dimensionality. Okay, now I can see a highlight maybe or a reflected light here. I don't know if you can see that on the picture. Looks like it could be maybe a light, yeah, some light, reflected light, or it could be just because of the contrast with this darker area. Now you gotta choose that to add this light or not. What's gonna happen? Maybe by adding the light there, we're gonna flatten that area. We're gonna make this area flat. Okay. Now you gotta think. Follow what you see or not. Okay. Okay, that's just it's about just choosing what to do that you think is gonna make your painting better or not. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna blend a little bit more some areas. For example, here. I need a smaller brush. Give me a second to clean out this brush. Yes, and I have to work here on the chin too. Okay, I'm gonna use this brush to blend some areas. These things I'm saying about volume, all of them, remember that it's not just about painting a portrait, okay? The same rules, we need to use the same rules every time that we paint anything. Still life, anything, it's just the same. Okay. Okay, I like that. It's not the same color as the image, but I think it helps. Now I'm gonna soft the edge, okay? I don't want anything sharp. I need to think about the nose. Let's see. I'm not using too much paint. Just want to make a subtle change here. Make this a little bit light. Mixing red and orange. Since this is a really dark shadow here, I don't know if you can notice I'm adding more of a dark orangey color. If you add just a brown color in this shadow, again you're gonna be killing the transparency. Okay, remember this. Think about making the face, the skin, the flesh is something that is not It's no mirror. We have to be thinking always that there is some transparency in the skin. Okay, I need to add more paint in this area here. The color is kind of transparent. I'm gonna mix again orange and gray. Well, I added too much black to this mixture. Orange, black and white. Okay. Stepping back and squinting down my eyes, comparing, because this is about just getting the right value. For example, here's a little bit darker, so another area is a little bit lighter, and try to get those values. Okay, see a reflected light here. Kind of difficult to say exactly. Just okay, stepping back, squinting down. Let me see. Okay, I have to move I have to light up here. Okay, let's add some accents to the eyes, and using just pure black, a touch of red, and I can make this area a little bit darker here, and some eyelashes just there. Okay, I know that you want to make it all this dark, don't do it. I know that you want to paint the eyelashes really black, don't do it, just soft, okay? It's not about this particular area, it's how it works everything together, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Now here, I'm using brown, mixing this black with orange, a touch of red. Okay. Let me step back. I'm gonna read the comments. Okay, hello. Do you see any medium? No, just gonna paint the hair. Hello, Gregory. You guys guide me a little bit with which oil paint is the best? Dania is asking. I just Winton from Winsor and Newton. Winton. It's, it's not the cheapest one. It works perfectly good. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's about how much do you wanna spend. But I gotta say, you wanna buy maybe the expensive one, maybe your Rembrandt or any brand. That's okay. The cheapest ones, maybe that's not gonna be okay. This painting, I gotta say, that's cheap. I mean, but this I think is good. I mean, I have some paintings like from maybe that. I think I have a 20 years old painting with me, and the color is okay. Yeah, that's good. I have used Rembrandt. I have used Winton. I have used some. I mean, local brand here. The name was Phoenix, and that was really good. I have used. Oh, I don't even remember the names. Amsterdam. I have used Van Gogh. I have, to be honest, I have used a lot of brands, and I don't know. I love, for example, there is a pink, a vivid rose. That's the name, vivid rose from PVO. I loved something like a red. I don't know how to say it. It's like ACO, so something like that. Red from Amsterdam. It looks really strong. Yeah. Mm. Dan is saying, please don't confuse me and select the best one if you can. Okay. In my experience, I would tell you by Rembrandt. Oh, did I suggesting Royal Talent? Yes, that's good too. Yeah, to be honest, that you won't see like a huge difference. Maybe you see a difference in the vivid colors, but maybe even if you want to paint portraits, you have to kill down the color a lot. You have to grade down the color a lot. You having let's say a vivid what orangey color. It's not gonna use for me. You're not gonna use it. You take out these colors here, all the pure colors. This is a lot of grayish colors. Okay, I would love to. No, I want to paint a little bit of more of the background. But you know what? I love just this kind of thing, just here. But since I have sold this painting to Nikki, I have to work a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna make the eyes a little bit more transparent. I'm just adding pure white here with this gray. Okay. Where is the background? Let's see what color I can use. You know that I love gray. Let's use black and white. But it's not pure black and white, it's mixed here. Now I'm going to use some medium for the background. Okay, that's better. I don't know about you, but I love this grayish color that concentrate everything at the middle. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Okay. What else? I was thinking, for example, this clear. Mm, mm, well, I'm gonna darken this clear a little bit. Just a little bit, okay. Okay, I think that was too much. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, I need to take her. I'm going to capture the screen. That's what I usually do. I'm gonna put this and I'm gonna flip up the image in Photoshop. Okay, that means that it's the same that if you use a mirror. Okay, and we always need to use a mirror. Okay, in some way or the other, you have to do something like that. Flip up the image or put the painting upside down. Okay, of course with the picture. I mean, the idea is about comparing, yes, and we have to work with both. Okay, let me think. Okay, let me think. Okay, I think everything is okay. Mm. Okay, let me see if I make some changes. I love right now the painting. I know that there are some things that I could change, but I'm not so sure. For example, all the shadow areas a little bit darker. Okay, now I can make it darker. I love this because that add, like I said before, some transparency. Okay. Okay, but let me try to darken that a little bit, just to narrow the face. That I think I should narrow the face, and I think it's about value more than narrowing the face. I'm mixing here. Okay, more paint. Okay, let me see if this color works. Okay. Looking for a brush. Where is? Okay, I think this one is going to work. Okay. I need to put this brow a little bit up. Okay. Okay, I love that. Okay, I have more contrast here. Yeah. This is soft. Yeah. I need to work a little bit more there, but I love that effect right now. Okay. We're gonna blend this. Soften here. Now another thing I have to do is make this area grow a little bit. Just that. Now the ear. Okay. Okay. And I read the comments. Somebody's asking me where I'm from Peru. Hmm. Thank you, Marion. I didn't realize you have an actual channel. Okay. Okay, let's check out Dita channel. I'm gonna check out as soon as I finish the live stream. I'm scrolling up to see some comments. Okay, I gotta continue. Yeah. Okay, where else? Okay. Okay. Let's put more paint here, more white here, and let's add more light to this area. Okay, one thing that remember, every time that we blend, we kill usually the lights. We kill the difference between light and shadow. The more we blend, the more we lose the difference. And if we kill the difference between light and shadow, we kill in volume. we gotta be aware of that, and we gotta check out again and again the highlights, everything, okay? Because just little by little, every time we blend, like I said, I want to repeat, we make everything softer. Okay, what else? I'm gonna light up this area a little bit more. I'm gonna light up here. Remember that there is always an order on the lights. All the lights, the highlights are not the same. Okay, I'm gonna light up this area a little bit more. Pretty soft, okay? Okay. I need to step back, check out. Okay, some light here. Okay, that's better, that's better. What else? I need to soften this shadow here. To do that, I'm gonna use a brush that I use for to blend. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of paint here, just on the tip of the brush, and I go on top of this. As you see, if the painting, let's say if the painting was dry, that would be scumbling, yeah, or what we call dry brush. Now, obviously, everything is wet here. The painting is mixing, it's getting mixed here, and the idea is just to soften some values because I don't want to add more paint. Okay, and this is one way to do it. Really soft. Okay, I'm going to narrow this brow and light up at the same time this brow. Okay. What do you think? I think it's pretty good. That's me. Okay, what else? What else? I'm squinting down my eyes, stepping back, using a mirror. I mean, not specifically physically mirror, physically, I mean, like a real mirror. What I'm doing is just, I take a screenshot of my computer and I flip up the image. No, like I said, I'm just sacrificing some contrast and some color on the hair specifically, just to keep this all the tension here, because uh, my portrait is kind of soft. It doesn't have the same contrast like the image. Okay, and then if I make this kind of orangey like the image, is just, I don't think that's gonna help my painting. And if I add more contrast, like some black areas, I don't think that's gonna help the painting either. Neither. Okay. And the only contrast that I have, like here on the painting, is the pupil on the eyes, the pupil, and this shadow here, and this shadow here. I can push those shadows a little bit more. I mean, make them a little bit darker. Okay. And another thing, okay, I realize something right now. I have to reduce this here. Yeah, just a little bit. Now, soften the edge. Okay. What time is it? Almost 3 hours. That's okay. That's a good time. Okay. Okay. I want to read the comments. What's the surface you're painting on? Is canvas. Using oil paints. Dita. Okay. Okay. We're speaking about Dita's channel. Oh, okay. Good. Thank you, Nikki. Okay. Mm. Okay. What else? stepping back and checking out very soft here. Okay, maybe make the lower lip a little bit thicker. Okay, okay, more light here. Okay, I think I'm gonna soft this area here. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna lost the edges here. Yeah, that's better. A little bit of light here. Yep. There. Okay, now I think I have to move this a little bit up. Okay. Okay. Mm. I'm adding more medium here. I mean more, no, I'm adding medium. Okay, I need to darken this. Okay, here. Okay. Last thing maybe is work on the white of this eye. It's just too bright. This is something that maybe I'm gonna be just here back and forth, making it darker, lighter, darker, lighter, until I get it right. Okay, I think that's better. Mm, yeah, that's better. Okay, what else? That's it, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Time to go to eat. Yes, that's it. Nikki. Okay, Nikki saying that she was looking so closely at Michael, Michelle Pfeiffer painting. One of the paintings that I painted here on my channel, and Nikki Swenson, she bought it here in a live stream. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you so much for your support. And yes, she bought me this painting today. Uh, Nikki's asking me if I got attached to my paintings. To be honest, sometimes it depends. I mean, it depends. I remember once um, one friend, he wanted to buy me a painting, and I don't know why. I mean, he doesn't know too much about art, and he didn't care about too much about paintings. I don't know why. Maybe he wanted to help me or something like that. But I didn't send the painting to her, to him, uh, because I mean, it was kind of. I don't know. I felt that that painting was just going to be in the wrong place, and yeah, something like that. I mean, and when you sell a painting that you know that that person is going to appreciate the painting, that I mean, you don't feel like you're like lost. Uh, you have lost something. It's just something that is being moved from my space to another space. I don't know exactly what will happen with time, but it feels okay. Yeah? And just that time, maybe a couple of times that happened to me that I didn't sell some paintings. And usually, when somebody wants to buy a painting, it's usually that person appreciate the painting. That usually, I mean, 99% of the time. Yes, it's just like we have to we have something in common. We love art. We love paintings. Yes, is you don't go and buy something that you don't like, you don't feel or anything. It's just yes. I mean, all the paintings that I have sold, 99% of them, I'm pretty sure they are just okay. Yeah. It's just like um, well, no, that's what I think. That and at the end, I don't feel that attachment. Yeah. Mm. Um, I remember my wife. She used to tell me sometimes that it was so easy for me just to sell a painting, like it was something like just business. Let's say that discussing about price and that's it. For her it's different. I mean, sometimes she just, let's say, I don't know for what reason. Someday I remember somebody once wanted to buy one of her paintings. It was like a $200 painting. It was really small, still life, and she was like, oh, if somebody wants the painting, I just gonna sell it. And I said, okay. And then one guy in that art exhibition, in an art gallery, he just said, okay, I kind of like this painting. What's the price? And then my wife, she got kind of scared. She was like, she didn't say anything for 5 seconds, and then she said, $3,000. And I said, what? And of course, it was because she didn't want to sell it, the painting. And it was kind of, I mean, it's like, if the painting is in an art gallery, it's because you wanted to sell the paintings. Yes. What do you put the painting there in the first place if you don't want to sell it? Yeah. But sometimes that happens. And she was, no, I don't want to sell my painting. No, no, no. Okay, I said, okay. Nikki saying that I promise to take care of them and look at them daily. Love them dearly. Okay, thank you so much. I'm stepping back. I'm just thinking, are we checking out edges? Okay. I have a doubt right now that it's about just this area. To make it softer, just or leave it there. You know that if that reflected light is just killing the illusion that this is turning, I gotta get rid of that. Okay. Now I think that's okay, but I'm thinking just to knock it down this a little bit or soften that edge. Okay, every time that I see something that caught my attention too much, like 2 3 times, I know that I gotta do something there. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of red. Like I said, when we blend, when we add more and more paint and blend, sometimes we kill the colors. I see a little bit of a pinky color, but almost nothing here. Now, if that happened to you, you know that you can add more. And I see this little pinky, little grayish. That was my intention. I mean, I don't see those colors on the picture, of course. I'm doing this because these grayish colors is gonna make that area to recede, and the idea is create illusion that is just turning. Okay, and the color next this pinky is pumping this forward, and the highlight doing the same. Yeah, and that's the reason that I have this grayish color around the face, a little bit here, here, and here. I don't add in all the eyelashes because it looks like that's makeup, and it could be a problem with her age if I add too much makeup. I can make it hair look older, and I don't want that. Okay, let's sign up the painting. What about here? Okay, that's it. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, time to eat. And adding a little bit of, I'm not adding specifically like the eyelashes, just creating the some shadows there. Just from a distance, they're gonna look like eyelashes. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, you all. Thank you so much, Nikki. What about the earring? So Michael is asking me what about the earring. I didn't see the earring. No, the earring. No, I don't like the earring. Okay. Oh, you bought my coffee, Nikki. Thank you so much. I'm going right now, maybe in the next 15 minutes to. I have I have a Starbucks like 2 blocks from here. I'm going to drink a coffee. Let me see. Let me turn off the light because I see some glare up. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much. Take care, you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Nikki Swenson. And see you maybe tomorrow, not so sure. But if I don't see you these days, I will see you Monday. Monday for sure. Monday, Monday and Tuesday are the days like for sure I make a live streams. Okay. Thursday and Friday or Wednesday just kind of difficult days. You know that I have group classes with my patrons. Okay. Thank you so much. See you. Bye.